In this video, I'm going to explain the purpose of seat spring brace wire and show you how to install it. We'll also look at a common problem that you might experience with your brace wire as your chair ages and show you how to resolve that issue. Okay, so what is seat spring brace wire? It's a metal wire that ties the seat springs together, and it looks like this. The wire is a piece of thin steel that is often wrapped in a plastic or paper coating like we have here. It's attached to the seat springs with clips that hold it in place. When installed, it looks like this. Why is it used? The purpose of this wire is to prevent the seat springs from moving side to side and possibly coming loose from their clips. That's why you'll typically see two pieces of brace wire, one attached toward each end of the springs, like we see here. Their job is to keep spring movement in one plane, and that is up and down, which is how the springs are designed to move. I call this cross brace wire because I often order it from La-Z-Boy when I'm working on their recliners, and that's the name they use. However, this part can have a completely different name depending on who you're ordering it from. For example, when I order it from my upholstery supplier, they call it 12-gauge edge wire, or 12-gauge paper-covered edge wire to be more specific. The wire can come in different thicknesses or gauges. 12 is a good firm gauge, by the way. If you use the manufacturer wire, it'll be pre-cut to length. If you order from an upholstery supplier, it's often sold by the foot and sometimes rolled into a coil like this. I'm going to cut a piece of wire from this roll for those who might not have the benefit of using pre-cut parts. The clips that attach the wire sometimes go by the same name as the wire. For example, edge wire clips for the companies that call it edge wire. But they can have different names as well because there are a number of different types of these clips. Let's take a closer look at a few examples. I have 4 examples here. As you can see, they all have a fairly similar shape. Let's start with this one. It has a paper lining on the inside. You'll want to use a clip with a plastic or paper lining like this if your wire is not coated, if you're using bare wire. This lining helps to keep things quiet. So to install this clip, you would hold it against the spring and the wire, then use a special tool to crimp the prongs to permanently attach it. Now the rest of these clips don't have a plastic or paper lining, and that's okay, because our brace wire does. The next one would attach the same way, in fact they all do. But you see this one has a square back instead of a rounded one. With this clip, you'll want to use a tool that's designed to install it. These last 2 clips are the same, we just have them in 2 different sizes here. These are the La-Z-Boy cross brace wire clips. If we were to use the small one on our 12-gauge wire, it would work, but as you can see, the prongs don't reach very far around the wire. So we're going to use the larger size instead. And that way it'll have more holding power. So this is the clip we're going to use today. The last time I tried to find these online, I couldn't find any upholstery suppliers that carried them. Eventually I came across a mattress or bedding website that showed that these clips are used in that industry. So unless you order these through La-Z-Boy, you're not likely to find them. So let's install some cross brace wire. So I'm going to start by cutting my wire, so I need to measure the width of the springs. And that width is roughly 15.5 inches long. Now I'm going to add 3/4 of an inch to each end of my wire, so that's another 1.5 inches. So 15.5 plus 1.5, the new piece will need to be 17 inches long. I've taken some of the wire loose from the coil, now I need to straighten it out. I'll measure the piece I need and mark it. And I'll cut the wire with some bolt cutters. Now I'll grab onto the end of the wire using a pair of vice grips. I want to clamp about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch from the end. Then I'm going to bend the end. And you can use vice grips or you can put it in a vise to do the same thing. So you want both ends to look like that. So we're going to bend the other end in the same direction. And there we are. This wire is often installed on the underside or underneath the springs. That makes it easier to repair or replace. You don't have to take anything loose or remove the seat. You just need access to the underside of the seat springs. And normally you can do that by just rolling over your chair and loosening the dust cover if you have one. Typically, you'll install this wire in the same location on the springs. So if I were replacing this piece or installing new springs and adding wire at this same spot, I would count the number of flat sections down from the end of the spring by starting with the piece in the clip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I would install it in the same spot across all springs. The wire that's on the other end of the springs, I would install the same way. But since we already have those two pieces installed, I'm going to install a new piece here in the middle. Start by placing the wire against the underside of the springs and centering it. Next, take one of your 3-prong clips, slide it onto the spring and the brace wire on one of the center springs. Make sure your wire is still centered. And then bend down the center prong to temporarily hold the clip in place. Next, add clips to the remaining springs the same way. Once you have all the clips started, you can finish bending all the prongs down. Okay, I've zoomed in here to try to get you a better look at how to bend these prongs down with the pliers. Now you'll notice while I'm doing this that I'm going to be tilting the wire back and forth slightly to get the angle I need for my pliers to bend the prongs to lay as flat as possible against the wire. Take your time while doing this. The goal here is to secure the maximum grip for all the clips. Okay, so there we have our brace wire installed. Now let's talk about a problem you may encounter with brace wire. It can start to move. The clips can loosen up over time, and when that happens, the wire can start to slide out of the clips and the paper sleeve. I've seen cases where it had traveled so far that it was sticking out of the outside of the seat cushion. When it moves like that, the wire slides out of the paper coating and looks like this. And when it travels that far and the bare wire is sticking outside of the chair, it's an accident waiting to happen. Someone walking close by the chair can be cut by the end of the wire where it makes contact with their leg. In other cases, I've seen the wire start cutting through the side rail of the seat frame. How does that happen? Well, the wire works its way over and makes contact with one of the rails. Then, when anyone sits down or gets up from the chair, the wire will move up and down as well, and that's how the cutting starts. I've seen several cases with Lazy Boy where the cuts into the frame were so deep that the strength of the frame was compromised and those seats had to be replaced. Keep in mind that the wire will continue to move away from the springs as it travels, and that means the cuts can get deeper and deeper over time. Eventually, if nothing is done about it, the frame board will fail. The good news is there's a simple way to keep the wire from moving and causing any of those problems on your chair, and that is to make sure both ends of the wire are bent like these on our seat frame here. The end should look like this. If the wire ever starts to travel, these bends will come in contact with one of the clips and it can move no further. So this travel issue typically only occurs when the wire is not bent. So take a look at your cross brace wire whenever you do a maintenance check on your recliner. You know, when you're checking for those loose fasteners, bent or broken parts, now you know to look for brace wire travel as well. If you see the wire has begun to move, you should replace it. That procedure involves prying open the brace wire clips and removing the old wire. Then install a new piece with new clips, just as I've done in this video. If you have straight cross brace wire on your seat springs, can you bend the ends to prevent it from moving? Yes, if there's enough of it sticking out at each end. If not, no, you can't. But there's no need to replace it unless it starts to move. And that's why you should check it every few months or so. I'm going to close by answering a common question that I get regarding brace wire. Will adding more brace wire to my seat springs help stiffen or firm up the seat? The answer? It may make a slight difference, and you can add an extra wire if you like. It doesn't hurt anything. But as you've learned in this video, that's really not the purpose of the wire. To learn more about firming up your seat, see the video Seat Support Principles.